Hey Narwhals, I'm your host Luke Narwhal, and today we're going to be reading People Who Have Gone From Out of Shape to In Shape. What's the biggest benefit and most surprising thing about getting in shape? Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more weight loss stories. Also, I normally share these at the end, but just wanted to share one post from our Reddit community by KikiV123, and they say, 8 months today, 256 to 154, which I hit 3 weeks ago. If you haven't yet, definitely join our Reddit community for more motivating posts like this. All you need is a Reddit account. The link to join is below. I have less acid reflux. I don't get winded going up a flight of stairs. Fewer heart problems. I like the way I look in a mirror because I no longer look like a cartoon, and the Mex is way better for both of us. But mainly, I'd say self-worth and confidence. Putting on socks and shoes. My gut doesn't get in the way anymore. I have a strict no shoes rule in my house. I watched a buddy of mine retrieve his shoes from the shoe rack to leave, walked them over to my couch, and put them on. I was going to protest, but I realized he had to sit down to put his shoes on due to his weight. Felt bad, said nothing. When you fit again in a dress you used to fit in 8 years ago. I'm a guy. I have a pair of size 44-inch waist from high school. My current waist is 32 inches. Those pants are like stepping into a small tent. Easily finding clothes that fit, and also actually feeling comfortable in your body. And I mean physically comfortable, not just mentally. While I was out of shape, no matter what position I was in, I always felt uncomfortable, like something wasn't right. I'd shift positions and still feel the same. Not anymore. Quality of sleep. I've been sleeping much better since I've been getting fit. A very nice side benefit. Also, just wanted to add that once I started losing weight, the difference in sleep quality was almost immediate. One of the most difficult aspects of weight loss is the long time it takes to make a visual difference. A lot of people immediately lose their motivation when they realize they'll be working hard for no immediate aesthetic benefit. But not sleep quality. That was within the first week for me. I already felt more comfortable in my own bed and feeling better rested in the morning, and the effect just got even better as I went on. It was great. If it wasn't for the better sleep I got from just the first foray into that weight loss regimen, I don't think I would have had the mental fortitude to stick to it. I lost 10 kilos, and the biggest thing I noticed was how people never told me I was out of shape. Like, I had about 20 people who hadn't seen me for a long time saying, "Oh, the last time I saw you, you were a bit overweight/fat." This made me feel very stupid because I wasn't aware that I was overweight a couple months ago. If I'm walking to my car that's 10 minutes away and it starts raining, I just jog my butt there like it's no big deal. And the ability to just jog or run everyday distances without getting winded is so useful. Once I was late for a bus and had to sprint a little over a mile to get there on time. I made it. Losing 25 kilograms, 55 pounds, you have to learn from scratch how to sit on hard surfaces without being uncomfortable. Okay, this isn't a benefit, but it was a bigger issue than I thought it would be, which is surprising. The amount of people who seem to care about you grows immensely, which is pretty disappointing. Yeah, I lost quite a lot of weight, and there was a threshold that I crossed where I suddenly seemed to exist to people. They were nicer, kinder, friendlier, more attentive, more willing to hang out, etc. It actually made me quite unhappy, as I was still the same person. I felt like I could weed out some shallow people though. I'm down 123 pounds. I've gone from 448 pounds to 325. I have more energy. I feel better. I feel less foggy. To me, what I love most about it is that it's not difficult and tiring to walk. I can do my job better. IT field tech, so there's a lot of squatting and having to be on the floor. I'm at a size now that the next time I buy pants and shirts, I don't have to go to DXL. I've lost 6 inches in my waist. Awesome job. You're going to start getting into the grind now, and weight loss will slow down, but stick with it. You didn't get to your old size overnight. I always tell people to ignore their first 20 pounds. Everyone seems to lose around 20 pounds. They get super excited, but things slow down. They get more lenient because I already lost 20 pounds, which exacerbates the weight loss slowdown. Then things just kind of go downhill from there. The air conditioning is brutal. I always have to wear a jacket now. I'm scared of what's to come in the winter months. How great you feel, how much more you can do with your kids, how much more you can do for you, how much better Mex is, etc. I'm 44. When it really hit me was when I caught a cute girl, early 20s or so, giving me the up and down at the gym. I've lost 35 pounds and it makes a world of difference. I work out, which helps me sleep better. I'm a lot more aware of what certain foods do to my body. I can tell when a high sodium meal elevates my heart rate. I don't get exhausted from just daily life, and notice that I don't get winded as easily as people I travel with. My pants don't fit. I've gone from wearing a 36-inch waist to a 34, and the 34s don't fit anymore, and I've had to get a belt. At this point, I'm waiting until I hit my target weight to buy new clothes. I can see the dimples in my face again when I smile. I enjoy being outdoors a lot more. I'm not there yet, there's probably still another 30 pounds to lose, but I can really see the progress and it feels great. It's a lot of work to lose weight and get fit, but it is 100% worth it. I'm a girl and used to be 200 pounds. Now I'm at 140 pounds. The biggest thing I've noticed is how guys and girls treat me. At 200, guys wouldn't even show kindness to me. They would just give me one-word replies and did their best to not acknowledge me and make jokes behind my back. Girls were really nice to me. I got invited to most parties and they did their best to include me. Now, at 140, it's completely flipped. Guys look me in the eye and smile and always try to talk to me. Girls now are just really mean to me and act like I ruined their whole day being in their presence. The biggest benefit is my overall mental health. I'm a short female, 5 feet, and I was 167 pounds. It doesn't sound like a huge number, but when you put it on a 5-foot frame, it just doesn't look right, so I decided to make the change. Keeping active and working out make me a happier person. I've struggled with depression and anxiety since I was a teen, and up until I started getting my body in check, I was miserable. And now I wake up and I have the motivation to live a happier life. I don't look at my body and cry and hate myself and hide inside all day. I can look at myself in the mirror every day and say, it's only going to get better. The most surprising thing was the people who used to make fun of me in high school, I'm 25 now, trying to ask me out or hang out with me recently. The conversation usually starts with wow, you've changed so much, I wouldn't even recognize you. And honestly, it just pisses me off, lol. I've had the same face and personality as I always have, but now the looks they like are there, so they shoot their shot. No thanks. The world gets smaller in a great way. Like, I used to think that a 15-minute walk was a slog, that it wasn't worth it. I'd either bus it or get in my car or just not do it. Today, I think nothing of walking. 45 minutes each way to get into town, that's nothing. 90 minutes to the train station, awesome. I get a full episode of the film Reroll listened to. Hell, just everyday life is better. Stairs are just an everyday occurrence rather than a hurdle. Carrying crap into the house is far less of a hassle. Need to carry things around at work? Hell, don't worry about a trolley. I'll just march it down to the post room. To a limit, of course. Having a night out, I'm happy to walk across town to get to the awesome bar we want to go to, rather than just settle for what is cheaper. The number of activities open to you also increases. I was around 280 to 300 pounds at my heaviest, and things like rock climbing, excessive hiking, all this kind of stuff freaked me out. I love the concept of doing it, but the reality of doing it was painful in a bad way, both physically and emotionally, and frankly, not worth the hassle. Nowadays, yes, let's go hike somewhere pretty. Let's find the climby wall and get up it. Planet bounce, horse riding, playing soccer late into the evening, random gym challenges. I climbed the jetted tower on the Stairmaster yesterday, for example. Let's do all that. I'm no longer planning my day around how often I can sit down and rest. I'm doing what I want, when I want. And before I forget, the lessons learned from losing weight in terms of diet are something that stick with you for life. You understand the concept of calories in, calories out. You understand what an actual portion should look like. You understand how to read nutritional information and bypass the BS that companies put on their stuff. Just because something proclaims itself as a healthy way to start the day, it doesn't make it so. You also understand that one day of indulgence isn't going to undo the good work if the majority of the time you eat well and right. It gives you the freedom to indulge without guilt, because you know how to adjust your intake for the day accordingly and keep on the right track. And that brings us to the Future Narwhals of the day. Join our Reddit community to be a Future Narwhal and for a chance to win some free Narwhal merch, as we're going to do another giveaway for the month of April. All you need is the Reddit app and a free account. The link to join is in the top comment and description below. Our first Future Narwhal of the day is V Valeska 2020, and they say, finally at my goal weight, 42 pounds down. And our last Future Narwhal of the day is Talkie Kitty, and they say, halfway there. And they also said, I started at 198 pounds, but I don't have any pictures from that weight because I was too embarrassed to take any. I'm now a little under 160. My goal is 120, ideally by the end of this year. One of the most motivating realizations I had recently was that a 5-gallon jug of water weighs 40 pounds, the amount I've lost so far, and the amount I still have to lose. Whenever I feel like I haven't achieved very much, I try to imagine doing everything I do now, but while lugging around a 5-gallon jug with me. My joints already feel much better, and I can only imagine how good I will feel when I set down the second jug. Thanks for sharing. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe for more weight loss stories. Thanks for watching, Narwhals, and I'll see you in the next one.